Drop rates lower.
Theoretically, two transcendents drop like back to back.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
I was thinking about how it works, and I was wondering if he's like working behind the scenes and like kind of switching on a switch, and it's like, oh, today's gonna be the draw.
I don't think he's going to that extreme, but I would assume it's something along the lines like, hey, I'm going to roll out a patch. I better make sure that this gets turned on or this gets turned off.
Yeah, I think he has algorithms in place and he can like change numbers and stuff, but I don't think he turns tiers of items off. He might turn specific items off, but I don't think he turns tiers off.
Okay.
I think Transcendent Dropper is just so incredibly low that it seems like they're turned off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really excited if we see someone like find a bird's beak one run and we're like, no way, those are
Oh my
bad.
god, that
Or,
would
like
be
an
the
old
biggest
item
thing.
that like hasn't dropped in so long. We're gonna all go nuts.
That would be the best news if it's an item like Feeble Bloodstone or Bird's Beak. For sure.
Give me the Feeble Bloodstone. And I'm
Yeah,
just
Feeble
like,
Bloodstone would be great.
No, like
Agreed.
that's literally all I would need, and yeah, this game would be free.
I want a
Oh,
Bird's
so
Beak, to be
nice.
honest. I want a Bird's Beak.
Howling runs that in his loadout.
Yeah, he does. But he runs Caverns. I don't think he runs Mount. Or he runs Trails, doesn't he? Like that's what he did before the patch. Trails was his thing.
Mostly trails.
So like Bird in Mount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, old Mount you could definitely do it. Thing is, he doesn't have Bottle, right? So his bottle like gets replaced by Bird's Beak. But I will say that I think Bottle is infinitely better than Bird's Beak. Not literally infinitely, but like the thing is, they both.
I mean,
of the
you
goals
said
with-
infinite, you know? I'm just kidding.
Spellbinding powder, baby. Give me it.
the goal with both of those items is speed up your runs, right? And like literally speed up your runs. Of course, the goal with every relic is to make your runs more efficient and faster, but those relics are literally there to speed up your runs. And the difference between Bottle and Bird's Beak is that Bird's Beak you kind of have to change your playstyle around a little bit because you're trying to utilize speed, right? Whereas with Bottle, you can play exactly like how you were.
My bad. Sorry, guys.
No worries. No, dude. You're streaming. I'm talking.
No talking, Strike.
Yeah, what the hell?
No talking.
No, I think I finally got the audio issue fixed. That's why I was like, okay, it's over with.
I think Aaron just took us seriously, Jay.
What's the audio?
No, but like, what do you think about that, Striker? When you look at Bird's Beak compared to Bottle, that like they both are intended to speed up your runs, but Bottle doesn't change your playstyle. Where Bird's Beak, you're trying to run fast.
I just am afraid about the idea of like considering speed as the primary reason to have an item, or to, like, I don't know. Cliff's made it quite clear he doesn't want speed running to be a thing, right? So
Sure.
with this last difficulty, the way it was before this patch we're playing right now, I mean, it did make me feel like speed doesn't matter as long if you hit an item, survivability is all that matters.
Yep.
But where it ends up, who knows?
But I'm talking about an item that literally gives you speed. You know, with the Bird's Beak, like the goal with that item is to go faster. Like no one's gonna carry it to like dodge monsters. That you're carrying it to run through dungeons quicker. Right. What I just meant is like I think one of the cool things about Bottle is that on top of it just giving you damage, it actually I think it actually gives you a better way of speed running. I think.
Yeah, I can see that as being a definite argument.
I just think it's cool because it's like you can run it and it'll help you speed run. I think better than a Bird's Beak, and you don't have to change your play style for it, which is like really useful because I feel like when I was using the go ahead.
Is the reason why you buy a Bottle because of speed?
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's like it's one caveat of the fact that it's just so good is that it literally I think speed runs better than a speedrun relic. Like it's Bottle's good for speedrunning, Bottle's good for bosses, Bottle's good just for survivability in general.
Bottle's also good for energy.
Yes, that's
energy,
true as well.
And I can say that because I didn't have a lot of energy relics, and I had the Bottle before getting energy relics, so I now know both the differences before and after. It helped me so much, like when I didn't have a pumpkin harvester, because I could left click more with the Bottle.
I feel you.
In that aspect.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a really good point.
I mean, hands down, I think. See, I'm questioning what speed is supposed to mean in this game.
Yeah. I think your stream froze for me. I'm gonna check if it's just for me. Yeah, I'm gonna check if it's just for me. I'm just gonna refresh.
It's for.
Yeah, okay, it's good. Froze again for me. No, it's good. I have 4 streams open. Maybe that's why. Double spectral run.
It's your computer, Aaron. All right.
To be fair, yeah, dude, I opened like 1 tab today while I was streaming, and my FPS went to 22 or something. It was pretty good.
You must open up something that is loading something.
No, I clicked new tab in Google Chrome.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It's time to stop using Google Chrome first.
Yeah, I gotta use Brave, eh?
Yeah, you gotta use Brave, bro. You're a content creator. You should be using Brave and getting tipped in Brave.
Yeah.
I have it set up. I just don't use Brave.
I say that when like I've never actually set that up either, so don't worry.
Dude, I can tell in the way you like how strong you were with your voice there that you were fucking with me too.
No, but for real though, you should do it.
I have it set up.
No,
And you should give Theta a try too.
You could set it up on your YouTube channel so people could tip your videos too.
Oh.
Like Brave's like really like people don't understand like on the level of like what Brave can do. Like it's ahead.
Yeah.
Like way ahead.
It's definitely the market leader in what they're doing. But the question's just more about I'm just interested on why so many people aren't giving it the props I think that it deserves for what it's accomplished so far.
I think
maybe it's because it's not giving new updates information.
I think it's strictly because Bing has such a monopoly on the browser world.
Wait,
what?
Are you joking?
He's joking.
Oh my god. We need to boycott Aaron, I think.
Fucking Bing, come on. Guys, the second I said Bing, you should just mute
I don't
me.
know if I'm bullish on Theta and T-Fuel, but I think like as a content creator, I think you need to be familiar with it. Because I think if it continues to grow at least, like you want to be one of the ones that are able to like speak intelligently about it, and if it works out, be able to be on it. You know what I mean?
I bet Striker knows.
My portfolio is actually quite heavily in it. Very cool. I don't know enough about like tokenomics and like valuations.
I just don't think anyone's gonna like
I'm
go
not invested
from
in
Twitch
it,
to watch
but like
me.
I'm aware of it because of like what I think it could do in the future.
You can multi.
You know what I mean?
Can you? Well, once
you got Theta pre-2017 crash, yeah.
Really
I mean, you probably know more about Theta than I do.
Like,
what do you think? What are your thoughts? Like, what has happened over this past year with Theta? You know, I'm just thinking.
You can. It's just like if you apply for.
Like for me, like the way I'm looking at it right now is that you need to be prepared for these different platforms to like try to fight back one way or another if they're going to continue to lose market share, and I think Theta gives you an avenue out of that, or a potential avenue out of that. Like whether or not if they pull it off is another question, but it's one of the few that are trying to solve that problem. You know what I mean? My bad. What were you saying?
What's that streaming platform?
Theta.
The crypto one. Theta. Okay.
Theta. Yeah, we're literally talking about it right now.
Oh, Apple, great call on the jungle. Because I have to do scavenging too. Like, why wasn't I here?
Which jungle?
Yeah. I like this map a lot.
Yeah, great call.
Yo, does water still poison you?
Where?
Like in any water, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like in caverns or something?
Yeah. Like I'm in the. Yeah.
Wait, I didn't hear you guys. What jungle are you playing? Oakir? Is that the one you guys are at? So what's good? What do they have on that map? That you're doing.
Wood goblins, 7 trees, and nests, obviously.
And like I was farming hood goblins and just couldn't get good loot, and this is just way easier along with better loot. It's just a double whammy.
Broad Woodlands seems really good for wood cutting as well. I don't know if you guys are running that.
Yeah, I heard that story too.
Well,
watched a couple interviews with him too. I think he did an interview with Maddie for like the NFT content.
Yeah.
100,000 Theta tokens.
More nodes on the map, and
very nice, very nice.
That was my biggest, like.
Yeah, it was on my list as well.
Was like, yikes.
Yeah, it was a big one for sure. I think nodes and experience in general was just low.
Derry with the rage. What's going on, peeps? How you doing, Derry? Hope you had a good stream, my friend. Hope you kept rocking it.
Maybe even bring my speed relic here. This is really nice.
See, I started using the crude vice, and maybe I just have to get used to it, but I feel like it changes how I play the game a little bit too much. I need to get used to it. Because I try to like...
Yeah, it's very good when you're used to the map, and once you know you're going the way to get the chest and you have to go back, that's when you want to initiate it. So you start like getting a better feeling for when to initiate
Yeah, and like during the downtimes, in between the downtimes, so that you have less downtime.
Or you're like going one way and you're like, shit, I gotta go back. Boom, initiate crude vice, because you know you have to go all the way back that other way and then come back.
Initiate crude vice.
Initiating.
Dude, that God Slayer looks so sick.
Yeah, Striker's just glowing.
Dude.
Yeah, Striker can use his God Slayer in 3 maps. He's happy.
3 maps? I can use it in 3 maps?
I think it's 2. I think it's 2.
Is it 2?
Oh,
okay,
you
sorry.
shot me there for a second.
I boosted.
The fact that you can use Transcendent on Wasteland is just overkill. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was shocked
to...
when I went in, but also you need to have at least one. You have to have more than one map that you could use it in, right?
Yeah. He did
oh, he upped the swords too, apparently?
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
No, that was always 7.
So then he lowered old cap swords?
No. So, oh yes, he upped his Wastelands and old cap stayed the same. Yes.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
The good thing about the difficult patch is that we know what we're in for the future one, you know, and it's like manageable, but it's like completely different styles of play.
I really enjoyed the difficulty to an extent.
Do you see a world where it's like different seasons, right? Like this one month is like a difficult patch on purpose, and then the next month is a farming patch or whatever?
No.
That would. I
think it's too volatile.
Like that would piss people off.
Yeah, I think it would be cool if you had like events, like maybe like 6 hours during like a Friday night, where it's like farm like this hard mode of every
or
dungeon,
the other,
you get like higher chance at like loot or something.
I heard. You heard about the other guy with the guy where his girlfriend threw away his laptop that had like mined like 10,000 Bitcoin on it? Like, ouch.
The competitive maps, like the events, would be cool, like the ones they used to have.
Yeah, something like that. If you integrate it every now and then, I think that would make people go, that's like cool. Maybe I'll grind for that.
Yeah, one for like the best time, one for like the most maps farmed.
Yeah, I don't know, something along those lines.
That just benefits people.
Double XP weekend.
Yeah,
No,
be okay.
You go least amount of damage taken on the map, 100% clear, like things like that, like hard stuff to do, not like just run through a map clear.
Well, you have to have a couple random ones, right? So people feel like you have a chance no matter what.
Well, I think everyone has that chance to take 0 damage. Take your time. Or like the least amount of damage, right? That's where like damage reduction can even come into play. Because like things you do like that, then it just caters to more people who have like what we kind of FPOs wants to avoid is catered to people who don't have relics. So if you're doing like inclusive events and stuff, but then you can also do both, like run both. That's what this patch feels like. What it's trying to do is make you feel like they can do something. Even though last patch was starting to get like easier as I kept playing. So I had no complaints on it. I was still making money on the higher.
Alright, my bad YouTube. I did not have the chat up correctly, so I wasn't able to see that. But Mr. TurboHaas comes in saying the bottle that you were referring to, what just hopped in. Oh, the bottle that we were referring to is this one.
I don't even know. Just never
Bottle of Enchanted Powers. I'll show you right now once I mine this rock.
I like getting all these new items too, even like fishing.
15% damage increase for 30 seconds with a 40% cooldown, but also no mana cost.
Shit, and I'm just doing mount.
We'll get out of that eventually.
I don't know.
I would do that if I didn't have to do these bounties.
I do have to do my bounties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing bounties
I'm
now
just
that I
bullish
can.
on bounty bucks in case he ever like adds more options in the future, and also
Mhm.
the chests just in general you get from them. So it's just a win-win for me. I just like doing
You
them.
notice grots are no longer blow resistant.
Grunts are
Oh.
no
Sorry?
longer what?
I don't know if that's intended.
They're so weak now.
Yeah, no, I kind of like it.
Yeah,
I'm
They-
loving my arrow piercer. Like just
the
ramming
air
through people.
is clutch on this map.
So nice.
I think it's gonna be one of the best.
Are there a lot of flying monsters?
There's a few wisps, whatever they're called, like the fairy things, and bees, and
Oh,
mean,
do we
Nereids
one-shot
and
them
wisps.
with the arrow piercer now? Or no?
The bees, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that guy took a
With
I
big
like-
shot.
with a
Tanks
right
anymore?
click.
These
I don't
aren't
know about
tanks
a left
anymore?
click. No, they're
Yeah.
not.
That's one
That
thing he
was
changed a
annoying.
lot. That's one thing he changed in general. It wasn't just, it was like ranged minions just felt like tanks as well as damage dealers, and he definitely made them feel more like damage dealers now.
Well, they're not ranged, they're melee, but it's like they're fast as hell. I mean, it's like they're like tanks.
Oh yeah, I guess the
How
Wisp.
many
Yeah,
of these guys
true.
are there?
100 million strike.
It's like this wave never stops. There it is.
I actually had I had like one of those strike where it was like legitimately 3 minutes long in the big room with the ramps and mounts, and I thought it was a bug. I thought I was in a never-ending lock-in room, and then it stopped eventually.
Oh, shit.
Skeletors.
I want to try Vism Vaults. I want to see if you guys are bad or if it's actually hard.
It
it
just
is
like
definitely
it just
hot.
gets to a point where you're now I'm like out of heals.
Then you die.
The mobs in there are kind of like a little strong.
It's just
for
the ranged fire fucking shooting motherfuckers all day, like just getting burned. That's the biggest part of this. Am I at the end? Okay, I'm at the end. Yeah, it's just getting through them.
Oh, I missed a note. I have to go back. It could be a Zircon.
Zircon.
Come back to me. Bleeding.
Come back.
Zircon.
Baby, come back.
It was nothing.
There you go. Someone got it.
Well, the game is definitely a lot less stressful now.
Still difficult, but on a good level for these earlier dungeons, I will say. Like Vism Vaults, Jungle, like I'm using health. I have
So it
relics.
feels good.
Yes.
Yes, the game feels good for sure.
It doesn't feel too hard, but it's like a good hard, like a good difficulty.
You know what I miss? The one thing I'll miss forever? Ashwood's pre-patch, like pre-chaos. That map was so chill.
It was like chill up until we got any of our skill levels to 40. But other than that, it was chill.
Let's have fun
I
now.
never did afterwards, actually.
Oh, sorry, I meant Trailwoods. I meant Trail. Fuck Ash. I hate Ash.
Yeah, trail I did all the time. Hell yeah.
I love Trail. Sorry, I meant to say Trail. I hate Ashwoods.
Many memories.
I mean, Ash is okay. Just yeah.
This is the new trail, for sure. It feels the same.
Yeah.
It's very therapeutic.
Which was the new Trail?
Jungle.
Here.
Jungle. Gotcha. Ooh, an Ogum Heart. Cougars.
Where am I?
So basically, Warden keys are limited supply now, essentially.
I think so, yeah. At least for now. But at the same time, though, they don't have a use yet, so I think people are just gonna dump them.
Yeah.
Hey, 11 minutes.
They were
okay.
dropping like there was no tomorrow. Yeah.
I think Ashwoods was my least favorite map pre-patch.
I hated it. It just felt too weak.
Are you getting
For me,
a lot of Nest Apple at all?
I've got 0. I've just got a lot of peaches.
Okay, okay.
I think my favorite pre-patch was Mount, and then Caverns, and then Trail. And then everything else.
Only
Wait,
two,
play that again?
I'd say mount and then caverns and then trail, like the OG ones.
I like caves, and then sands, and then mount, and then everything else was kind of like annoying.
Yeah, I like Sands before.
Sands was so chill.
How is
I didn't
Sans
like it.
now?
It's
I don't know.
So difficult now. I haven't tried it.
It's funny. How
Probably-
many people do we have? We have like 6 people right now in the Discord, and it's like not all of us are able to say like, "Oh, Sans this" or "Ashwood's that" or "What happens now with this." I just like the fact that there's so many new dungeons and so many new changes. That's gonna take a while to come
yeah.
through. You know,
Oh yeah.
Good point.
it feels like you're still discovering stuff as you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As I run mount for the 50th time today.
I was doing sands and it wasn't so hard. It felt like before the patch almost.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
With like full legendaries. Well,
Okay.
Very nice.
Oh,
Very
actually,
nice.
no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Jared, did you bring your egg demon in this map?
Yeah, I did.
It makes it so sick.
I'm trying
Especially
to figure out where to use it though. There's like a lot of
Pocket.
this win. Wait, what's up?
Hmm?
Beach. Best bet. Salt Beach.
Yeah. So why did you guys get off the beach? Are you just doing bounties here?
Just bounties, and then I'm gonna go back to the beach.
Gotcha. I should do my bounties. So
Sands
you guys
is
are
the
saying to go to
easiest map
pits,
now?
Or,
And resources.
for
Really, you
bandors
don't
or
like the
whatever?
resources? Like in Sands or like at all the dungeons?
the mummies. I've never even seen them.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I
I'm not
don't know
sure
either.
Yeah, I know where those mummies are.
Wait, aren't they? No, they're in. I
think they're- I think they're
No,
in
they're not on my
desert.
side.
Oh, they're in the desert.
They're in the
No,
desert.
they're in the desert. The
Which-
the tier
which-
2 map.
Something
Oh, yeah?
desert. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, here desert. Oh,
Chad
no,
is
never
saying
mind.
that they're in
That's the
Sands
jungle.
too.
They would definitely be in the desert. The mummies.
Oh, my bad. No,
Yeah,
they're not
Sands?
saying they're not saying Sands. My bad. They were responding to something else.
Oh, okay. Angel trolling me.
Just look for the mummy-looking guys on the map.
I don't even know if they're the mummy looking guys.
Oh,
Someone told me.
no. We got wrapped on wrapped on wrapped. Sarah Gould are those brain.
Derry is back. All right, brother. Catch me up. What'd you get for dinner, man? What'd you get for dinner? I hope it was something good, man. You get me hungry every stream. You get me hungry, bro.
Oh my god, it's so slow.
I'm not even using my melee anymore in this map. It's like a bow map entirely.
I agree with you. Unless they come too close, melee, and then I'm just bowing. Like
Yeah,
one
it
melee.
feels like swamps, but there's no water.
And these coconuts are great too. I don't even think we barely need heals. Finding like 2 coconuts to run. Mushrooms from scavenging.
What do
What
coconuts
I-
do?
Dude, 500 health, 150 energy. Like, pretty good.
Oh, you're using those? That sounds like it's gonna cost a lot.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, if I wanted to, I could, but
Wait,
Gotcha.
did you-
I haven't been. They're 100 gold each.
I swear. I like.
Probably gonna be
I
used
want to
for
stop
something.
the stream whenever I start thinking about
They already
food.
are.
No, but it's all
Is it
good,
what they
guys.
use
It's
for?
all good. Oh, he's dead already.
I'm sure they are.
Not that I know of, no.
Oh, never mind.
Eric, have you eaten
That
dinner yet?
or is it-
No, I have not.
Bro, you should get some food.
I ate lunch. I ate a really, really late lunch because of the freaking stupid IRS. But I'm probably can deal for another hour. But then I'm gonna have to get something good.
What you feeling tonight?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I like just don't want. I just something heavy. I want something heavy. I want to like be finished eating. Maybe like pasta. I don't know. I want to finish eating and be like, oh, that was a meal. You know?
Are you ordering in or cooking?
Not cooking. Not if I'm gaming. Nice.
Nice.
Soul shard.
Good.
Hey, nice.
I thought sushi today, but it made
Oh
me
yeah,
laugh.
sushi.
I'm craving a steak, but I'm gonna have to go out for that.
Yeah, I would say ordering a steak is a mistake.
Oh my God. Your dad.
Do
It
I
was
know
certainly a
when?
mistake.
Let's see. Chinese food, Indian food
Alright, I
greater
can
than
still do math
Chinese
in 10
food.
minutes,
Oh,
cool.
we're gonna start an argument here, boys. Be careful. Be
Well,
careful.
that's
Be
the
careful.
XP that run,
What was
though.
it? Do you know what update
It was like what? 60K?
183 entail? Dude, I don't even know what
No,
update
not
this
60K,
is. What update is this?
36K an hour. for
The
a player
like in terms of
to-
numbers, like this is the first time that
Yeah.
Cliff started naming them.
That's about cavern. That's
Are we
like
still getting a shitload of gold, like same as we were yesterday, or is that slightly nerfed?
I think so, yeah.
Or nerfed? I think so.
I think still a lot.
Did I miss?
Yeah, 'cause I have getting quite a bit, but I've never ran this one before. But it's less than I was getting on the whatchamacallit, that sunken treasure map. So I was getting quite a bit.
There's bamboo on this map as well.
Interesting. I don't think there's a lot of hood goblins here, but there's still enough where it makes sense.
I think this most recent
I'm getting
patch,
17 per
it just changed for the most part.
At
Like the
least.
biggest thing to know is that it changed the difficulties. That's the he like lowered monster spawns, like mobs in the dungeons. A lot of other just basic bug fixes and stuff, but the main thing is that the difficulty changed on all the maps, and even the items that you could take in changed too. So. I wonder if chat can hear that.
You're what?
My Telegram notification.
Probably.
Yeah, I should probably turn it off then.
Just going crazy.
Well, yeah. It was about to start going crazy, so
What's happening?
just I hit unmute on the wrong thing.
Oh. Yeah, and then some of those telegrams. I just read all notifications whenever I hear it.
Right. Just never turn it back on.
Yeah, I don't need it on. I'll look when I look.
So I'm gonna be hitting my 1-year anniversary on Lost Relics coming up pretty soon. I don't know the date, but I'll have to figure it out.
Are we having a party or what?
We got a party, bro.
Sounds
Try and
good.
send it for everyone.
We have our birthday parties.
You get a chance in it. You get a chance in it.
Not one for you. Yes, you get
I'll
one.
get the Oprah title.
Yeah. You get
Yeah, nice.
Everyone gets a car. No, you gotta scream. One second, one.
Some sushi sounds good.
Remember, you still watch that? It's so loud.
Your 1-year anniversary has already gone. It was 8th of this month.
What? I thought it was 8th of next month.
Yes. Yes. It's 8th of this month.
Oh.
Yo,
Wait, I started on the 8th of June? What? That's nuts.
Oh, we missed it.
Wow.
Wait, how do you
I'm
know
not
that?
related, Strike.
Oh.
You know what they say?
Yeah, I started on March 11. I just checked.
Did you even check your overseer?
No.
Because you can see it there straight away.
Oh, I'm not that smart.
Ooh, another soul shard.
Yeah, just got one too. Want to trade?
No, mine's in better condition.
No. Mine's BGS 10. But I really don't think yours is
Yeah,
black
but the
label,
previous
if it
owner,
is-
Tyranitar,
True. What do you sell your soul shards? Or do you just keep them all?
I'm keeping most of them. I don't think I've sold any. What do I have? I have like 70
many do you
something.
have?
72.
72.
I think the prices dropped too low for me to want to sell them now.
Yeah, same.
Oh, I'm a buyer at 5k, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What are they at?
Yeah.
What?
5k.
4.5.
Yeah.
For what?
Soul shards.
Oh, okay. Thought we were talking about transfer crystals.
Transfer crystals.
Ooh, Draco berries. We can get those here too. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Speaking of low prices, I think Dracos are only at like 2,300. Not selling for that either. Lots of stuff is very low.
It's pretty interesting. Interesting.
Very.
That's long.
Okay, finally got some more mobs in here. Here we go.
Watcher's teeth is dropping, baby. It's back. Give me your teeth.
Give me your teeth. New title, The Dentist.
I wonder if he has a secret title if he collects like 10,000 watch teeth. It's a crazy number. With the dentist.
There definitely seems to be a lot.
Now it makes more sense with the whole rarity idea. Of course, that's when they spawn the ranged ones. So someone hit a rain of fire earlier, huh?
In the pits, yes.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Very, yeah.
That it's in pits.
Good old pits.
Good old pits.
It's always drops rain of fires. Is that where Rick Boy got his?
Pits is where legends are made, bro.
Why did I
Dude,
ever
my
read-
favorite food, seafood, 100%, no
Yeah,
questions
Pits was
asked.
like my OG spot too.
Maybe
when I
surf and
first
turf,
started finding
maybe a
stuff.
little steak and, ooh, I don't know, shrimp, man. It's I live near the coast, bro. So, oh, so good, so good. In the future, you know how like in the pro scenes right now for a lot of these competitive shooters, you'll have you'll have players that like jump from one game to another from different scenes. Do you think that's going to be what blockchain gaming in the future looks like? Players jumping from game to game, clan to clan, getting in and out of their positions.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know where NFT gaming and stuff is gonna go with this stuff. It's. I feel like it's too early to tell, at least for me.
I feel you.
I think it's a good sign that we don't know yet. I
It
definitely
means
prefer
we're very early.
way too late.
Very early.
Yeah.
Like I played my PS5 the other day and it was just like, why am I playing this game?
Oh, bro, you need to try seafood, man.
fun.
You really do.
I don't
Just
know,
go with
it's
the
like,
basics. Go
I
with
cannot
some.
trade any of this
Go with
gear.
some shrimp. Go with some, you know,
True.
a
I mean,
nicely well
to be fair,
prepared
that's always
salmon.
been playing single player games in a nutshell.
But if
no?
you, you know, if you
No, but
want to
even
go
if
have
it's
a
like
really
an
good
MMO,
night, get
it's
yourself
like-
some lobster. I've started doing lobster tails on the barbecue pit.
True.
Oh my god, dude, so good, so
fun.
good. I'll throw a sirloin on there, and then the lobster tails with just
Like, if I
butter,
could sell
garlic.
all my
Ooh,
WoW stuff, I'd make so much money.
so good, man, so good.
I mean, you could.
Chilean
I
sea
couldn't make,
bass.
like,
Oh
The
man,
kind of money that I do here, though.
Oh, of course.
guys, I'm gonna. What can I get? What can I? But the problem is like getting
Like
seafood.
people who sell on WoW
right now-
are generally people who like sell accounts because they don't want to.
I could do
So
it.
it's like buy my
But-
account for $500, you know, and it's got like
The
fucking
seafood normally that I
900
order is
900
like-
hours of playtime.
is more
Oh, what
for
the
orders of like
I got thunderclap,
multiple people versus just single plate.
What are you hitting me for?
Yo, Jared, do you think Mark of the True is going to be a relic?
I think it should be, but
Crit chance. No, I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about it.
it
You're
should
about-
be, but
Thinking about it.
How
The
much is it?
description talks about some the clan, some of these forgers from back in the day.
you know what scares me is like it could be like, what if it's a mythal fist where it's like, yeah, it's forging, but it's essentially we're just using it to make something new that he comes out with. You know, like maybe a lot of these things that don't have uses will either get relic uses, or we'll see new items where those are used to create those items.
Nickel Fritz.
Mythal Fist almost has like no value because no one buys them.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're used for the bounty rings, and I think
Does
that's
anyone
it.
actually even make those? I feel like there's probably like 5 Band of Brutality out there.
Band
Yeah.
of Brutality is pretty good though.
It is really efficient. I still want to get one. I want to try and get
How
one.
much Mythal Fist? Like 90? Enj?
What, the Mythal Fist?
No
Yeah.
more.
I think it's like 400 or something, but they don't really sell for that. Like, it doesn't make sense for it to go for that much.
1
There's-
inch per 1k gold.
Yeah. But there's also like the fact that you have to spend
Ooh.
bucks for it, and there's another blockchain item tied to it.
Guys, the more
So
we talk
it's
about
less than
food, the
that.
more like my stomach. I'm starting to get like stomach pains for real.
Like I don't think you can even put a price on bounty.
Which I
box.
know, like I mean, I just ate a few hours
Unless
ago,
you
so
buy
I
the
don't
sand
know.
drive.
I don't know why that's the case. My mind is just thinking food, and then that's how it's triggering in my body.
Just hoping he releases something for like 200k so I can cash out.
That's what I'm hoping too. Like, I'm hoping we see maybe like relics
There's
or like
no way I'm
cheaper
seeing these.
blockchain items.
A virtual item. It's just
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
Have you noticed how easy it is to get overwhelmed in these lock-in rooms if you're not fast enough?
How to get what?
How easy it is to get overwhelmed in... Oh, I'm talking about jungle,
Yep.
but it can get
Rebel's
crazy.
not too bad.
Hmm.
But I'm also, like you said, I'm taking like probably 3 heals. I'm just like tanking, using my bow every time I see someone.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Definitely
Why
like-
am I doing this dungeon?
Necronites?
Is
Yeah.
Moment of realization.
Are there Necronites there?
Aren't there Necronites in Mount?
No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe.
The moment of realization. 5 runs later. Wait a minute. Why am I doing this?
That was me and Vision Bolts. Apple's just like, yeah, get out of there, go to jungle. I'm like, okay, like, what was I doing there? We're in the same boat now.
Uh,
I'm joining you guys in the jungle now. What's going on?
welcome to the jungle.
I got a nest.
Oh wait, what?
Got a nest.
Yo,
Nice.
amber grapes are there? Oh my shit!
It's party time.
Oh man, I guess I'm coming.
Yeah.
Very good.
Why?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sad about how long it takes to do the producer skills.
Wait, what? He changed it?
No, just in general. I mean,
Oh,
unless
just in general.
I don't know, maybe he changed it.
I thought based on what you said, he did. Yeah, it's definitely time consuming.
I have to do 8 hours of continuing education in the next couple days, so I was gonna do some of that, but
I think
don't
a
know.
really incentive that Cliff could add to crafting is the chance of crafting a blockchain item as a proc.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
You'd have to explain more.
Like, say you're crafting like lofty energy potions, right?
Sure.
When you're making like 400 of these, there's a chance that you can craft like some kind of potion relic that's limited to only crafting like a specific item.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because for me right now, I don't see any point in leveling up any of the crafting.
Engineering doesn't make sense past like 25, especially now with fishing, with what you can get. If you have fishing at 40, like why invest all that money and time into engineering to get to 40 now with what we're able to get?
Well,
So
that's
you could-
that's what we're able to get now. Everything's
Oh,
gonna
like-
change, right?
What,
like, we're
though?
in
or
the-
like is this like the new way
No,
of
no,
things?
no.
Sorry,
Dude, these are definitely like the very basic versions of all the skills. I'm 100% certain of that.
No, but the sunken treasure chest, even.
Yeah, but I'm saying like for engineering, there's gonna be new stuff, right? Just like the sunken treasure trove came out for fishing, there's gonna be new stuff for all the skills that like change how the skills work and how we farm the skills.
I think engineering and forging will change the mats.
I agree.
Yeah. I'll be very excited when he releases the blockchain farming items
Oh yeah.
in the pool, because that's what I enjoy the most about this game.
Blockchain
Right.
farm? You mean like where they're dropping? Or what do you
Right.
mean?
Like within skills,
Like
I think.
new,
Oh, within
new,
skills.
like gold oaks, and like all the
Gotcha.
new mining blockchain items.
Yeah, I'm excited for those too.
That's the most enjoyable part of this game, like farming those items.
We have the sunken treasure chest. That's like a really good one.
That is a good idea.
And-
Maybe I
and
should
it's
be
not
going to go
blockchain, but we-
test that out.
Yeah, man, we can get like that's the literal
It, like,
hardcore
it-
mysterious nest right now. So,
You don't know enough about it to see like how good it can be.
I got high hopes for it though. I really do.
Yeah, as soon as I see like a legendary come out of one of those chests, I'm gonna be at Salt every day.
Dude, the thing is, Apple, you got a rare blockchain, and that means you can get any blockchain. You just happen
Yeah.
to roll a rare. But the fact that
Ooh,
you got a
big
blockchain
raid.
means a lot, which is why I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, that says a lot about that thing. And that's why I'm very bullish on them.
And what's
Definitely.
the level you need for it?
Epics.
You got a
Oh,
raid
look.
strike.
Oh, sweet. What's going on? Thank you for the raid, my friend. How's everybody doing? Hope y'all are doing pretty good.
Like you go through chat.
Overfield
and you
crews
inspect
jumping
people
on
who are
in.
High level, and everyone's wearing their.
Hope you had a
epic
good
item.
run, buddy. Good luck on your next future ones.
All right, I'm gonna go buy one of those scrolls and I'm gonna get a title.
Okay. That's not how it goes.
They're gonna call me Pokemon Master. If there's a Pokemon Master one, I'd be so happy.
Better be transcendent if it is.
Should be.
So I'm coming after it too.
Did I get? Let me see.
How
Did you get a
Rod of Fortune
blockchain
sell for
item
500? How's it
today?
market
Oh,
price for
Overfield.
500k. It's impossible. I had to
Because
buy.
I'm not sure.
Some people still don't know about the chests.
No, but the
Woodcutting
thing
level
is, like,
30
I
to
had to
40.
buy- I had to
7
sell off for
mysterious
less
nests.
when it was less.
Very nice.
That means probably.
Good night, my
someone
friend. Get some rest.
Over. They put in a buy offer that was too high.
Yeah, but like mine would have bought.
Even if it was beyond 500k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lowest one goes through. What doesn't make sense.
I didn't know that. I thought it was the closest to the number.
No. It's lowest and highest.
Interesting.
What the hell? The scrolls don't buy. Does anyone have a scroll to sell?
I think everyone just opened them.
I'm not. Just open one of them.
Well, there's that guy that bought one from me, and he has
2
another.
blues in
Maybe you should just.
Old
buy
Kept
it.
Caverns. I liked Old Kept Caverns, man. I should go back. That's one of the ones I enjoyed the most pre-patch. I like the idea of. I just like the combination of fishing and mining at the same time on a more difficult map. Hold on, wait a minute. What am I doing? Oh, that's why. Yeah, I think there's a lot more of these Necro Knights in Mount. I think there were Necro Knights in both Mount and Wastelands, but just got to make sure. Hey, ho!
Someone sell me Crom.
We got a new follow in the house. Meadows. Welcome to the strike team,
Cliff
baby. Glad
actually,
you're able to jump on in.
Confirm the rental for blockchain.
Yeah.
He
it's
just
a while
confirmed that
ago.
he could do it, but it's going to be a little while, I think.
I think he said like if Enjin/Affinity doesn't have it, he's gonna do it. But this is like a while ago. This is before even I was playing. I think.
Oh, really?
He made a comment about it recently too. I think but recently it was more like I think Kenzie asked him something like, can you by you doing the new blockchain emporium, does it make it easier for you to put in renting? And he was like, yes.
One more jungle run and I'm done here.
Gold or silver was it?
Huh?
Was it a gold or silver you were doing?
I'm doing
Bounty. Silver.
Yeah, I have to do 150 goblins and 60 trees.
Yep.
No one's selling a scroll. Oh well.
I got 3 or 4 more runs here, and then I'm gonna go back for those sunken treasure chests. Or
I
maybe
might
do
actually
one
be
more
able
down
to
here.
hit 55. Like 9k material. Sorry,
Let's see. Go soft beach if you like the mining and the
Apple, how much are
fishing.
you selling the rods for? Are you
Definitely,
selling
bro.
yours or
So
you
like
took
I
it out?
think
No,
like I
I'm
mean
just
if I
like, don't
wasn't
wanna deal
farming
with
for bounties,
checking the emporium, I just
I
want to
probably
be
would be
some,
just
like,
looking
some
at
people.
I think
I don't know,
agree
maybe
with
going
you.
for that treasure
Like,
chest.
I
Can you
know
get the
it's colder
treasure?
at a
What's
price
the
that
what's
I'm
the
okay
map
with
that you can
selling
get
it
that
at, and
the
then-
sunken treasure chest in?
Yeah. Sometimes I go into the.
That might I guess that would
emporium,
probably
it's
be
like a
something.
black
I haven't
hole.
looked at like what
I
drop
agree.
what
I'm gonna put it at a price I'm happy with it. I don't care.
what
if it
maps
sells
drop
that, and
what.
then-
I'm sure people were saying some things changed overnight on those drops. With Wenting, are people gonna have like scholarships like
I'm not
Axes?
getting a blockchain while standing
I
on an
don't know if
emporium.
we expect to have scholarships like Axes. Yeah, that scholarship program's interesting. I think that scholarship program was probably, and I'm not
you could buy some.
heavily informed on Axie, but I would assume it was born out of a
anyone's selling
necessity for
None of-
to be able to get new
builds.
players in the game without
much you
having to
have before,
pay
though?
for the
Can't say.
for the
I'm not gonna
major
steal, I'm
for those Axes.
like,
Like
if I put
someone
it
else
higher.
can.
Like to be able to avoid the sunk
Please
cost.
don't.
And since Relics is more of
Let's
a game where it's
try-
free to play, and you
You're trying
can
to sell
and you
yours
can get
and
lucky
get
enough to
mine out.
hit one of those items
What are you
in a
selling here?
run, and then
No,
you know
nothing, I'm
whether
buying
sell it or
it.
use it on your loadout.
Oh,
Kind of
right.
defeats the
Is there a
purpose of
market already?
like
No,
doing
not
that
yet.
type of scholarship program.
Ooh, I got a nest.
But I think we might
feel
develop
like
something a little bit
60K.
like in the same type of model or the same type of idea, but just with a different execution. Renting has nothing to do with the scholarship. Well, I mean, the idea of scholarship users, like, so if you, they're given axes, right? Like, so if you're given an item that's not yours to own, it's a loan or you're borrowing. You can look at it like if they had invested and they have to give over 50% of their profits, like that is the fee for renting an item. It's just a matter of perspective. Like the point of the matter is that you don't own the item, I guess, is at the end of the day.
It happened with Auden and Hood.
Yeah,
Right?
best
Is
time
that
like,
correct?
when you don't have one and it's been a long period of time.
So the scholarships were
Like,
workarounds
hours
related to
off.
gas fees. So now that gas fees are down,
Yeah,
are
can you
done,
stream,
does
by
that
the way?
mean
Screenshot.
that scholarships like are at risk
When you're
Actually counting, so
if that's no longer
when
needed?
you're alive, or when you're like in a safe spot, do it.
You probably will know more about it than I do.
Another nest.
But I could have swore that it was along the lines of like
But no,
entry
that's not
costs
happening
that they were trying to get around.
Or with one ruby egg.
But maybe I'm wrong.
Dumping.
Yeah, from a tax perspective, granted I'm a CPA, right? So I always am looking at it from business accounting perspectives first. I would assume that it would be interpreted more like either a loan,
Yeah, sure.
like
no problem at all.
a loan of a capital asset,
Cool.
Yeah.
When I get,
and
I'm
you
gonna
can
get
either
off in,
consider
like,
the fees that
probably like 1 or 2
that the
map
player
runs, so
earns.
after
I
finish
wonder
those
how
map
I
runs,
wonder
I'll
how
have
it
to-
works
it'll
if
take
the
you-
player's
it'll take,
earning the
a
like
minute to show you.
smooth love potion.
Okay.
It's really
How do
simple.
how does that fees get
It's
divvied
very
out
easy.
amongst
I'll show
everybody?
you. Once I show you,
Or
I'll
maybe
give you
they're
on how to
playing
do
on an
that.
account of they're playing on the account of the holder.
It's like
Or, I'm
inexpensive,
not sure.
right? It's just like a
I'd
small
have to look at it.
It's not gonna be too expensive to gas.
You don't
it's
ever
low.
own
It's
the account.
more
I
than
thought it was a way
sending-
for whales to make passive income,
It's
right?
more than
So
sending like.
I mean, if it is,
Enjin or ETH to
if
someone,
it's
but
more
it's less than
priority
sending an
for
asset.
whales making passive income, the idea
So it's
is,
better to do
I
as
guess
much
the idea
as
here generally
I
is
can
that
at one time.
as the
Yes.
community grows, whales
Sure, no,
benefit,
yeah.
right? So
Certainly.
Maybe I'll do it
hold on a second.
tomorrow.
Let me make sure I'm
Yeah.
okay on how far
I'll
have I
be
gone on
around,
this
so if
run?
you need help, like I can even
Okay,
show on the
should be
stream
fine.
so other people can see it if you want it tomorrow while I'm streaming.
What was I saying? Let's see.
But yeah,
Everything
just
goes
message me,
into
I'll
the
help you
account,
whenever.
the account owner / lender, and then distributed funds to the renter. Yeah. So then, how does the scholarship player actually get
Oh man.
a hold of the asset? Like, how do they get the access
It's
to
like
be able
my
to
fourth
use?
epic fish today.
That's question number one.
You're going for the treasure
figure
chest,
out, like-
keep getting the fish.
Like what I would
Yeah,
want
I've
to
done
see is
some,
like
but,
what
like,
how do the transactions work
bounties in other maps
between
also.
scholarship receivers and the whales
Give
that,
me
that own
blockchain
the
dropper.
axes?
Give me death.
They get a password to the Axie account. Yeah. So then,
Shadok to just
so
drop
yeah.
some
So they obviously don't own the Axie.
I want
um,
honestly.
So if they're
like,
using
one
something that they
time drop,
don't
you should
own,
have,
they
like, a
either
shadow
borrowed
drop.
that thing to be able to use it, or they're renting
I
it.
agree. I think
We
if
could
I'm
probably
gonna get a
we could probably
combo,
make
it has to
arguments
be
for
off
both
Nether
ways,
Demon,
and
or
the
I don't
reason why I
want it.
say it's either or is because
Okay.
like actually both of those, even though like they serve the same function of being able to move, being able to have
When
one
was the last
party
time one of those
borrow
was
those
bought?
items,
I think
or
Easter
not borrow,
Crusher got a Krungle.
having another
from
party use an
Swamps.
item that they do not own,
Who is that?
I don't know, some guy named
could have
Crusher.
different tax and accounting consequences.
Guy named-
Because if you're renting something,
should
then
reach
you're
out to him,
paying
buy
you're
his
paying an
Krungle.
expense for its use.
5 inch, yeah.
Right. In this
Yeah,
case, they're not paying it until they're earning something. So that sounds more like a royalty. And if it's more like a royalty, then
want a Krungle.
you know, I don't think royalties would apply, since royalties imply that you're like that you are a license holder of the like of the
Coconut
intellectual
actually not-
property of the Axie, which Axie that doesn't describe Axies very well. So
I don't
let me
know
see
how
what
Apple
how can you translate it into like a
Find out
real
later.
world scenario? Wouldn't be a
Is it-
royalty, so then the
I don't know
closest
what,
thing would
like,
probably be a loan,
defines what a nut is. I'm gonna be honest.
and then the payment would represent
Goes on a plant.
a payment would represent. Oh, that's interesting if you look at it from that perspective, because then the Axie scholarship player actually is earning income and
Well,
paying interest on the loan.
there
I don't
is-
know. It's complicated. Who knows how people are
Oh,
how
no.
regulators are going to interpret how this free to play economy works. But yeah, I'd love to look into it more. like I said, I don't know enough about Axie to be able to like speak intelligently. I'm just kind of just throwing out ideas at random. But if there is someone that is informed, I'd love to have a conversation with him. Be able to like throw questions back and forth, just get a better understanding of the space. It's a trust relationship. Both can mess with the other when the owner changes the password and gets nothing. Yeah, that's kind of scary for the future development on, right?
Critical.
It's hard to build a long-term business when customers have to trust each other to that extreme.
I want more 100 acts.
But of course, maybe the scholarship program wasn't intended for a business. That's why I didn't think it was.
All the 100 acts.
The one blockchain that I really want to get out of my wallet.
I really like hearing you think about things. Yeah, I mean, well, to be honest, it's like some of the things that I have to think about in general when I'm advising clients. Most of the clients that I have like aren't involved in.
I figured it was gonna.
I mean,
it was gonna be
not
better
involved
this
in
time,
crypto,
so I
but
kept
the
it.
more that crypto continues to explode,
It's
like I've been
probably
getting
very
more
good.
and more phone calls lately. So, building
Brand
business, building
seems
businesses
good.
around the blockchain is very difficult right now. I'll be honest with you.
No, you can run around. Can I
It is
have-
very complex. So let me think. Let's go over it one more time. If
Nope.
No?
if party B is using an item that is owned by party A and paying party A a fee, that fee will either be it'll either be interest, royalties, or interest, royalties, or rent. It sounds like in this case it would be rent because the owner can take away, the owner can stop. They can change the password, right? So they can stop that from occurring. If it was a loan, then like ownership. I mean, no, not ownership. Custody, like who actually is holding the item. So like I could hold it, but I might not be the owner. And if that's the case, let me check really quick. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. If that's the case, it doesn't sound like that's the case here because the scholarship individuals don't take possession of the Axie. Like that's never in their hands. They're always operating on another person's account. So it's probably not a loan. And I don't think it's a royalty because if it's a royalty, it implies the use of like intellectual property. So then the closest thing it is to rent, the closest thing to it is renting. Now it's probably possible that, well, what's probably actually going to happen in this new blockchain economy is that we're going to have new definitions of income and expenses related to crypto. At least there should be, I think, because you're trying to fit new technology into old systems and it doesn't fit.
I was gonna say.
So you have these like overlapping issues.
Oh, Soul Shard, baby.
Like renting a tool from the store. Like if you were to rent a tool, or like even
I
like
called him
renting
Thunderclap from the beginning. I
renting a
kept saying
tool
clap
from the
and
store.
cheeks, it
See,
was not
the
me.
problem with that is that in that
Thunderclap from the
case,
beginning. Nope.
you do take
Find the
possession of
bars.
the item.
No.
Like you physically got the tool, right? So that wouldn't apply here because they're not physically getting
Holy fucking.
the item.
Guy just dropped me a ton of gold.
So maybe it's not rent. Maybe it's more like an employee, like an employee that's coming in or a contractor that's coming in,
You're rich.
using the tools of the owner, in this case of the
Buy
business,
yourself a lofty health pod.
and then
I have
using
gold
that to
inventory
generate their
300
income,
gold
which
out
is
of that deep.
probably more of that would cause me more alarm than the other models, because if we're talking about employment, that's a whole nother level
People said not
of
enough
regulation that
gold
applies.
And not enough.
So
nodes,
I would
but said, "Here you
assume
go."
that whatever project started to do models like this would want to avoid
I don't know. I don't know
that
what too
type
much.
of
I think we have to
classification.
play it more
How
and
to
see
set
what's
that up,
happening.
I don't know. We really need to find a good crypto lawyer that's
Everything will
involved. I'd love to have
adjust
a discussion with a lawyer, CPA
I also would
on one
rather him,
end,
like, fuck with the
and
numbers
a
try a
lawyer
bunch of
on the
stuff
other end,
since we're like in such an early stage of the game, and see
just to
how
start to
everything
pick
works.
apart some of these
The one
items.
thing we do know is
Just
like it's a good
speculation,
time to
of
buy
course, right?
everything.
But
Yeah.
I think just
So maybe I'll
fascinating
take my
discussions
sell
on like
offers
how
everything
we
for
can
you.
expect these things to evolve.
I don't know about that, man. I got those rune hides. Sold them for 100 gold around.
Let me check back in with you guys in the chat really quick. My bad. Let me see. Boom.
Mike sold some for
Okay, I
400
missed
or
a
something.
lot. Ooh, level 70 mining. Level 70 mining, baby. Let's go.
Congrats, dude. Do you get a title for that?
80.
I don't know. 80? It's at 80?
Yep. Every 20 level.
All right, I'm gonna get the 60 mining one by next weekend.
Yeah, let me check in with you guys on chat really quick. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get one level a day at least.
I'm so used to like having to concentrate on
It's a
mount
good
because it's
grind.
been so hard lately that I'm like not
Even
looking
though
at
I
chat and
probably
just
shouldn't
talking
be
out
doing mount
out of
all
my
day,
ass.
I like it.
I think it's worth it.
So let's
honestly.
see. Let me come back here because this
With
is a
the
really
grind.
good conversation I
I'm
like
not-
having.
It's a
Yeah,
good
scholarship is a workaround for gas
it might be.
fees. We said that.
Higher drop.
Everything
Mm,
goes to the
I'm not
account holder. Okay, I
complaining.
see that. They get the
Okay,
password to the
that's for-
account. Then later he gives.
Mhm.
Okay. It's a trusted relationship. I feel you there.
Even though-
Exactly.
he's
It's so
increased the,
it's
number of
dodgy.
mobs, right?
It's
Yep, for sure.
I don't know if dodgy is the right word, but I know where you're coming from. I'm in a
So-
50% with one of my subs. Crypto is still analyzed for a tax. Crypto is still being analyzed from a tax perspective. Completely agree. It is now the thing is like from a tax perspective. Granted, I'm from the
I'm
U.S.,
knocking
right?
the
So
teeth out of these
I'm
boxes,
like operating
left, right, and center.
with IRS standards. So depending on what country you're coming from, but with the IRS, it's considered cryptocurrency is considered property, which means it's like subject to capital gains rates and things like that. Which is why it's closer. Like if crypto is property, then it's easier to understand. Like how do you make you can loan property, but that's very rare. More than likely, you're renting property, which is why I was applying that renting model. Rental income, exactly. So totally agree why we haven't. Yeah, why we have smart contracts. Yeah, so if a smart contract were to be implemented to facilitate this, actually, if that smart
realized all the
contract
new
were to
players won't
exist,
be able to
it
ask
would
questions
probably
in
have a
chat.
bigger impact than just Axie. It would probably change the entire NFT market across the
Oh,
board
yeah.
if that was possible. And more than positive, it's being built out. Like Enjin set the standard with the 1155 proto.
Going that far.
Hold on, guys. That was hurting a little bit. I was sitting incorrectly for a long time, and then you move, and it's like, ow.
Can't advertise it.
Um,
I think you took that away, right?
Boom, boom, boom. What were we
What do you like to do
saying?
in general?
What were we
There's, like, a Discord
saying?
tab.
I lost it. I forgot. I forgot what we were saying right now, guys. Something about
yeah,
rental
concentrated.
property. Axes. I don't remember. Let me scroll through the chat once I kill these guys.
There's nothing
It'll
drops
remind
at.
me.
Overseer's looking.
Tool from a
I'm not sure
rental
it reminds me of
store. Yeah, that's.
Someone
Oh, the smart
just got
contract thing.
something
Yeah,
as
like
you were
if
talking about it.
Yeah, literally.
yeah, if that ends up coming
No,
up,
there should be a couple. They come in like.
if that ends up coming up, I think it's gonna be huge for NFTs. Honestly, if it happens, and it's just so weird the way these like, the way that like the IRS or the SEC or the comptroller of the currency, like how they each have their own own definition of what these crypto assets are, which makes it like a nightmare for you to like plan out, because like any plan you make is going to be interpreted differently by each organization, right? So that's kind of hard. But the closest thing that it reminds me to is like when we talk about immigration, because like immigration law has certain definitions of what like a resident alien is or is not. And then, but then the IRS has a different definition of like when someone becomes a resident or not a resident. And then, well, I'm blanking on the name. Wage and hour have a different definition on what a person working in the United States what they classify them under. So like you have all of these different categories for like what an immigrant or someone that's coming on board or coming over to the United States is. So like any plan that you make is like it never perfectly fits. You always have to adjust for like priorities for individuals, which is interesting. 1099s are a pain. Yeah, 1099s are a pain. Mostly a pain because people small business owners or self-contracted individuals, small business owners, they're not familiar with tax law, so they don't understand what it means. And then unfortunately, pretty much like simplistically speaking, it means that like all the responsibility for tax payments are put on the individual. And that's not what most people in the United States are used to. Most people are used to like going to work, getting a paycheck, and having the taxes taken out. You know, when you're a contractor, all of that responsibility on how much taxes, when to take them out, when to pay them, when to submit them, you know, what is income, what is an expense, like that falls on the individual, which most people aren't used to, and then that can really screw them up at the end of the day. My bad. I just turned our Lost Relic stream into a CPA random discussion stream. Think we caught up? I think we caught up too. But yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued by the like what intrigues me about the scholarship program is its ability to interact across different countries' borders, right? Like the fact that like majority of the owners and the majority of the scholarship players are not in the same country. That fascinates me. You know what that means in the long run, I don't know, but it's something I would be careful with. You know, I had a discussion with a couple people on Twitter the other day about like what it means for a small business to be able to like operate within cryptocurrency, and you know, a lot of people were just saying comments along the lines of like, well, just do what this other guys did. Like they did this like a year ago, like, and it's working. Like you should do it. And I'm like, well, look at it like this, like. If you don't put the forethought, like even look at it from the perspective of Lost Relics, like if Cliff doesn't put the forethought in on what potential issues could arise in the future, then it really doesn't matter how much you grow because you get hit by a roadblock, which is like one of the issues I see all the time. You see small businesses start up not fully understanding like the implication of what these laws are, and they just do what they know best. Like most business owners, you know, whether you own a restaurant or you're a plumber or you're, you know, an accountant or you're whatever, a teacher, like you know your expertise in your field, right? So it's hard to plan out all these complicated tax issues and ask all of these hard questions. The problem is that if you don't, if you explode, if you become you know, a huge dame, if you end up rolling in dough, and then you get into a situation where now all of a sudden these agencies are coming to talk to you, wanting to like either collect tax, make sure you're regulated, make sure you're doing things the right way. And you've got into the position you were with a very weak foundation that they can just tear apart. So then you're at their mercy, which means your business, your baby, your passion project is no longer yours. And that's what people don't really understand getting involved in. So it can be rough. It can be rough.
It's like a party.
Oh, whoa. Almost walked in.
1,000 or whatever they are.
I just tried to sell them. I don't think anyone was buying at 8. Oh, my bad.
Buy what?
I'll buy
What
them
are
at
you
8. I'll put
What are you guys talking about?
if you guys want them.
What are you guys talking about?
Mysterious Nest.
You're selling or buying?
Selling.
I think you should just open 10 of them.
I don't have 10. I've been dumping them.
You could be like patient with them, but they're a gamble for sure. But I think I'm buying it. If they get as low as 8, I think I'd buy a couple, and then if they get lower, I'll wait and buy more.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. Like when small businesses get in trouble, like that's when they not get in trouble, but like when stuff gets real, you know, that's when they start looking for accountants and stuff. But the problem is that like, you know, like a majority of the work that an accountant, like a CPA, can do is building for the future, right? Setting up plans for the business, whether it's tax planning or basic bookkeeping or anything, right? It's about like setting you up to succeed in the future. So when you come into the situation with a problem, you know, you're not really taking full advantage of like what can be offered, because now we're problem solving. We're not you know, we're acting retroactively. We're not acting proactively, which means like the value that could be added is reduced. You know, or different. Just the value is different because you're wanting to sleep easier at night, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? Yes, I did open the bounties, bro. I did open them. I didn't really hit much. I got a lot of uncommons and rares, but I didn't hit anything big, unfortunately. So, okay, if you can have this conversation and breeze through the game, it's not difficult enough. Well, yeah, no, I agree with you. This patch made it a little too easy, but the problem is that, like, see, I'm not a game designer, right? So there can be a reason why the game's where it's at right now, a reason that I have no clue or understanding of. But yeah, to be fair though, I was also running mounts yesterday on the hardest, when it was like legitimately like killer hard, and still having conversations. So, but you know, to like, it just depends, right? It just depends. I do think that they'll probably be, and I said it earlier, like the way I see it happening is like before this patch came out, I anticipated, okay, we know that Cliff wants to make it harder. My guess is that he's not going to hit it right the first time. It's impossible. Like there's no way he can play test enough to be able to know what would happen with 200 players online right now running, you know, 3 dungeons an hour each. So that's 600 dungeons an hour. Like there's no way he ran 600 dungeons just in 1 hour to test this whole thing. So my guess was that he was going to overshoot on difficulty, which I think he did. And which I think he thinks he did. And then to correct the error, it makes it not error, but to adjust the game, to balance the game, it makes more sense that he would overcorrect and make it too easy, which is exactly where we're at right now. Maybe not too easy. See, that's the problem, is I don't know if it's too easy. Like, he may make this the way it is right now because he's planning on doing something in 2 weeks, in a month, in 3 months, where like it's easy to us right now, but maybe that's because there's another 30 enemies that he's wanting to roll out that are going to change the dungeons, right? I mean, we just don't know. You know, if you're assuming that it's a finished product right now, holding all things equal, then yeah, I think it's a little too easy. And I think we're going to continue to get patches where he's fixing it, or where he's adjusting it, you know? Fixing is the wrong word because that implies that it got broke, but I think this is just the natural process of development in today's new world. But I mean, I'm not a game developer, so I don't want to speak. You know, you can throw exactly what I just said away if you disagree, and you might have a legitimate point that is further. I changed my opinions as the facts change. I'll put it that way. People are dying, so it can't be that easy. Okay. Yeah, people are dying. I mean, I died. I just died on the previous stream. To be fair, the reason why I died is I wasn't looking at the game. But I mean, it's still possible. We got to find that right balance, right? Like, I don't know what that balance is for death rate. But from what I'm hearing from some of these runs, like, to be fair also, guys, like, I'm like, my loadout is definitely not the average player's loadout. You know what I mean? So yeah, if the average player finds Mount Olkip difficult at this range, like, he shouldn't be balancing it based on what I can do. He should be balancing it based on what, like, the overall population of the game can do, I would assume. But yeah, who knows? No Dairy died too? Yeah, I feel you. In terms of, like, yeah, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. I think the thing that people need to make sure to give Cliff credit for is that, like, the game has dramatically changed in the past 2 weeks. And I can't think of another developer in the blockchain space right now that could have gone from one extreme to the other and still managed to what do you call it? Continue to get the game in a more improved state, if that makes sense. Guys with legendaries must also have a chance to complete mount. I think they do right now. You could complete You can complete legendary. You can complete mount with legendaries right now. But yes, I agree. Now the question is like, should players with legendaries be able to complete mount? Is a different question than should players be able to complete dungeons equal to mount's difficulty right now? Because if Cliff adds more maps and he decides that like no matter what in all of the future iterations, mount is going to be the most difficult, then I would say your answer. Then I would disagree with your statement. But it just depends. So much of this is dependent on the future that it's hard to like even make a statement that's not flexible enough to change. Huge props to Cliff. I agree completely. But I feel like he over-nerfed the difficulty. Yeah, I feel you too. But that just means to take advantage of the time now. Sure, definitely. Again, be careful with what you decide to invest in with these items because things change. I've never seen the statue in this position. That's interesting. Never lost. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. No, we're good. Back in. Oh, man. Now I'm back in.
Okay, I'm heading off. Peace, guys.
Peace out,
Have a
buddy.
good night.
Yeah, I don't know why I was not playing without music.
Dude, you can't play without the jams, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like falling asleep. I know music on. It's like just running into mobs. Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, I gotta figure something out to get to eat here. More than likely, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably going to be my last run for this stream. If I hit something, we continue. That's the rules. Well, you know what? We'll do. No, you know what? We should finish this bounty. We'll finish this bounty before we call it a night. I think that's what we got to do. Probably get on a little bit more, but I do need to call the stream for right now just to go get some dinner. And it's late over here. It's about to be 9. Oh, let me check in. My bad, I haven't. Okay.
I just like how fishing too is now rewarding with the mining map.
Fishing and mining.
Yeah, it's a really good combo for a map.
So what's the best for wood cutting? What are the better maps now? Still woods? The jungle?
Yeah.
The jungle looks
Nice.
The jungle's pretty good.
That jungle looks great for heals, I think. Scavenging for like.
Hey, we got 100 bits. I guess that's why I missed it last time, bro, because my audio notifications are popping up. I'll have to fix that, bro. Thank you very much for the bits.
Original maps is just gonna get legendary tier.
Scene logic. You're the man.
Because we need that God Oak.
Hope you're having a good few runs right now.
God Oak farming is fun.
Yep.
I missed out on it. I wish I had gotten a chance to get some.
Oh really? I got one. I'm happy with that.
Nice.
I also feel like the characters run faster now. Do you get that? Or
Can
is
you say it again?
I think the characters run faster.
Yeah, I felt that yesterday too. I think they
Why?
run. Are you using a one-handed axe?
No. Oh, yes.
Because I tried that yesterday with a one-handed axe, and I was like, wow, I run faster. But I didn't know if it was across the board or not. Right now, I don't feel that.
Yeah. No, only clip does.
I think it's the animation. Makes it go.
Yeah. Well, I'm not complaining. It feels good. Like on jungle, I feel like I'm running, you know?
Let's hope Wastelands is longer or not.
Gerald,
Just
it
let me finish
is.
my first run.
Wait, chomper moves quick. You gonna chomp on me? But the poison's not freaking deadly. Like, oh, it's nice. I really like the changes on poison though. That's
Yeah, I'm liking the changes on poison
Very
too.
minimal now.
Poison for the win. What map do you think looks the best?
I like Sans. You know, someone with Sans.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like
I think jungle and pulp.
Good call, good
I
call.
thought the sunken treasure map we were doing looked pretty nice.
Yeah. The beach
Sans.
looks because Wasteland and Nam, they look exactly the same as old Sands.
Sans is like the newest looking map. All the other maps are like same.
Yeah,
Hey,
Wastelands
we
is
got a
Sans with no
sub
wind.
in the house. F2P Gaming, you were the man. Make sure to check that guy out, guys. Go check out his channel as well. Highly recommended. Highly recommended.
It's a
I'll check
different.
it out. Actually.
It's the
I'll
same.
try tomorrow for the new
Huh.
Donic. I've never completed it.
Do it.
Like I got to the gate the last patch, but I ran out of heal, so I had to port out.
No. That's so
It was so
unfortunate.
bad.
Yeah.
I was like, right behind. I was at the final lock-in room, and I could see the exit, and I couldn't finish it.
Damn.
It's brutal.
I just love Axis because I fell in love with the animation when I first played the game, but they were just so bad. Now it's
The
like,
anime.
yeah.
You've been playing VR a lot recently, but the Steam Summer Sale started today. So it's time to trim down on the wish list. I get you. I played the last VR game I played Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5. I think it was 5. No, it wasn't 5. What was the first Resident Evil that came out in VR on PlayStation? I played that one in full VR. That was fun. but I haven't gotten a chance really to try the more technically superior VR headsets. So I am excited to hear it. Apparently, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been I'm not a personal fan of VR. I would much more enjoy augmented reality, AR, but we will have to see. You just finished Half-Life? Nice. I was been wanting to look at that. It looks beautiful on the videos that I've seen. Okay, we got to do one more of these runs. Got to do one more of these runs, I think. I think I might have to do two. Two before we call it a night. Let's see. Do you think it's possible to make $20 an hour on the like those old videos claim? I personally, I don't think those old videos knew what they were talking about. There's no way to assess $1 per hour in this type of game, especially when it's like in the development phase. So, yeah, I wouldn't look at it like that. But if you like, I would look at it more from the perspective. I mean, the way I look at it is more from the perspective of a price appreciation of these NFTs within this within this game economy, and that can occur for several different reasons. Like, but generally it'll be popularity, right? That's the better way to look at it. You shouldn't like when you're. I know this is a weird comparison, but like, if you're buying a house, you wouldn't look at it like if you're buying a house, you would be probably buying it for the price of that house because you believed over time wherever it's located would be more valuable, right? That's how you should look at some of these NFTs. If you're talking about things like earning dollars per hour, that's not what this type of game is structured like. And I would even venture to say that I would even go as far as to say like a majority of these blockchain games should not be looked at in that perspective. I think Axie right now is one of the few that has the ability to, like, since you're earning smooth love potion, that is a currency that can be sold that has enough liquidity to be able to get in and out of. That's probably closer to make that kind of comparison, but that's also because smooth love potions are more a function of like demand for breeding, like demand for a service. So like if you're providing a service, yeah, you can charge in dollars per hour. That makes sense. But if I'm buying a house, that's not a service. That's an asset. And assets should be more heavily favor price appreciation over time rather than per hour. Now, can Lost Relics get to the point where that becomes a thing? Yes, that's one of the reasons why I'm more excited about what Lost Relics can do, because of the way that these blockchain items are structured, the way the developer has made it. Like when speaking with Cliff and his like plans for the future of the game, it's kind of clear that like, and I'll show you right now once I get out of this lock-in room. Just don't want to go AFK and then just be destroyed. I'll probably... One more. Where's the last guy? That's him? Nope, not the last one. Where is he? There it is. Hold on, guys. Hold on. There it is. And there's some over here, too, that I should just clear and get it out of the way. So the way that some of these are structured, right? You have gather skills and you have production skills, right? Gather skills can be looked like from an economy standpoint, from an economic standpoint, can be looked as like the goods of the economy. Like when you're buying and selling goods, like in the real world, this would be stuff like clothing. This would be stuff like food. This would be stuff like, like physical, tangible objects, right? And production skills represent the service part of the economy, like the part of the economy in which you are being rewarded, you're being paid to be able to execute some type of skill that other people cannot. So because of that, this is one of the few games that has both goods and services available within the same economy. To make it even, to take it to the next level, the fact that some of these, see all of these right here in the service section, you're able to use your abilities to craft these items. All of these items are virtual, which means they're video game items that can be destroyed or lost if you die in the game. But in order to craft them, you need blockchain items, which are like we were saying, property. Like what's the word I'm looking for? They're intangible property. And because of that, that means that the value of the actual property that is consumed by providing the service makes the service more valuable. It sets a floor limit for that service, which is why the economy of Lost Relics is extremely exciting to me and how it develops over time. Just my 2 cents. Also, Gerald, I don't like. I don't know. Like, is that is what's the word? What's the one I'm looking at? Is Half-Life, like, you know how there was a bunch of hype with Half-Life Alex being like, being Half-Life 3? Like, did it play out that way? I don't even know. Did it end up? Did it? I know, like it. I know it did well, and I know it got high acclaim. But I don't know, like looking back on it now after its release, like did it? Was it intended to have that type of impact? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just people getting hyped for a new game. F2P Gaming, great rundown. Yeah, man. Thank you. I'll probably go back and clip that, actually. I don't, trying to remember like how I said it, but I think, but yeah, I mean, that's just my 2 cents. Like that's the reason why I invested in these items, is because I was fascinated about the concept of how this virtual, I say virtual, but yeah, virtual economy can exist. What's going to be unique is like, I mean, it's the future adaptation of like World of Warcraft, of Fortnite, of EVE Online, of like all these other games in which like real world dollars are actually circling, CS:GO, whether it's through skins or items or whatever. Like, it's the next iteration of that, which excites me to see it being developed in front of our eyes, which is what we're doing. Like, every single patch is doing something along these lines. Oh, guys, I'm so hungry, for real. Let me see. When I discovered this game, I started researching and discovered the YouTube channel. I was highly intrigued, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. You spell out some of the excitement. Yeah, I know where you're coming from. No spoilers, but at the end, whoa, okay. I'm not gonna lie, like, Half-Life Alex is on the top of my to-do list. And if you're right, because of the summer sale, I should probably just pick it up right now and worry about getting the headset later. It just looks so good, man. In all the videos, it looks so good. I'm getting you so hyped on the future of Lost Relics. Make sure, I mean, like, just know that we're in a long journey, right? So it's always excited to get hyped every so often, and I try to tell players this is a marathon, not a sprint. I've played. I mean, look. I mean, I'm level 81, right? Like, for some of you that have been playing, you can anticipate how many hours that is, right? So, I've invested, and I've burnt out, and I know plenty of other players that are burnt out. So, like, take it easy, take it slow. When you burn out, take time. Go play your other games. Lost Relics isn't going nowhere. It's a work in process, and you're way ahead of the game. So, my advice is nobody's wanting to play it. Catching up. Oh, I got you. Catching up through the Half-Life 2 story-wise. I feel where you're coming from. Let's see. Jumping in the chat really quick on YouTube. Well, yeah, I don't mind like being able to take out $20 every. I'm just saying, can I gain $20? Oh yeah, you can definitely gain $20. Like it's definitely possible to hit an item that's worth $20. Like the question is just how long is it going to take you to hit that item? You know, going back to the dollars per item discussion. I mean, just back in like not even 6 months ago, we had a player that was like level 3, had been playing for like 3 hours and hit a $15,000 item at the time. Right now, that item's probably going for like $7,000 or $8,000, because at the time the market was at the top of a peak. Yeah, during the Christmas event, exactly. I'm just excited to. Oh, you're just excited to experience your first Halloween and your first Christmas. Yeah, it's exciting, man. It's exciting. What's interesting, what's cool is that it brings all the players back together at the exact same time, right? And Cliff knows how to handle those events with a good little bang. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. It's a well-made VR experience, immersive. Your hand is not clipping through walls and surfaces. Like high-quality AAA VR. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like using the PSVR wasn't the greatest experience, but there was a point in time that after playing for a while, it was easy to immerse yourself. It was easy to forego reality, right, and just assume you're within the game world. Which did it felt really good. It felt really good. It scared the shit out of me, but it felt really good, you know? It's funny because like I don't typically like horror games, but for some reason I get attracted to. I mean, when it gets so much praise, you know, how can you not, right? I recently loved like the Resident Evil remake that came out a couple years ago was amazing. I haven't played the most recent one though. Guild Wars 1, good call. Guild Wars 1 did events super well, but with blockchain items it would be even more fun. Yeah. Mining level 1, slight nuggle for the win. Well, that's a typo, but that's all good. Dude, I don't know what's going to happen once count creation gets opened again. I'm like looking at the Telegram and looking at the Discord, seeing so many people continuously ask for when they're going to be able to get in. That's exciting. Very exciting. How many more do I need? I need 10 more Necro Knights to finish this bounty, and then we'll even open up the chest for you guys. See if we hit anything. I doubt it. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe it's probably better to like build them up, finish a few, and then open them all together on one stream, right? Because then you can actually like enjoy watching the loot roll rather than just 5 seconds and it's over. You're at 68 out of 94 Ogums. You're getting it. You're getting it. Keep it going, bro. Keep it going. I'm excited.
I feel like there's so few bushes in Zenarthal.
Yeah, I don't
There
think
are
I may.
bushes, but barely any.
Have you done the new mount yet?
Which one?
New mount.
Out of a bounty chest, the best item that I've gotten. I hit a Ring of the Wretched, which is an epic. I thought I hit one more thing, man, but I'm blanking right now. I don't remember if I hit some. I thought I hit. I know I hit another epic, but I can't think of what it was. I think I might have gotten like a silver ring, an epic silver ring out of a bounty chest. Seven more Necronites. 7 more. And no, I might be able to get it this run. The thing that I'm trying to figure out more is just like how to understand like what this gold economy within the game means. It's easy. I think it's easier to like understand what blockchain items are doing because people are like actually putting their cold hard cash into blockchain items, so it's easy to understand like when items go up and down. The reason, looks like I'm gonna have to do one more run, guys. I think that's the final room on the next one. Do I know any? Do you know how many legendaries have dropped out of bounties? Not off the top of my head. I don't. You could search the overseer, but it might be a little difficult to do. Oh, maybe if I just get all Necronites. Give me Necronites. Ah, that was the last one. Ah, okay. I know that yes, there have been legendaries. I know Sam hit the mythical ring of rejuvenation. I think it's called ring of life. If you go look at the bounty shop, if you go look at the Emporium. If you go look at the Emporium, there should be. He sold it. I think he sold it for like 1.1 mil gold. So yeah, mythicals have dropped. I know some people got some of those magic carpets. Those are legendaries. People are speculating that they're going to be like teleports, free teleport scrolls, like because it says in the description that you can use it to get out of any situation. So I would assume like a teleport scroll to get you out of the dungeon without having to pay up for like 1,000 gold, 500 gold. How much you can buy it for on the market? But yeah, it's possible. I haven't hit anything in a while. I opened all of them in the very beginning for probably the first month and a half. Then I started selling them for the next 2 months. Then I've been doing a little bit of both, just depending on what I need at the time. Open some and sell some. For the most part, in just personal preference, but I'm not the kind of guy that likes to like gamble on loot rolls. Like I'd rather take the given gold, but it just depends. All right, ladies and gentlemen, since this is going to be my last run, all of you guys that are creeping in the chat, come by, say hi real quick. Spam the chat with a little hello. Do me a favor. Oh, there we go. What do we got? We got a new follow, Ice-T TV. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for the follow. Glad you're able to jump on in. Welcome to the strike team. Yeah, I think we had a decent run overall. Definitely. We tried 4 or 5 different maps. I had to pause the stream a couple times while we fixed some audio issues, but I'll have it up and running for the next one. make sure we get things going pretty good. Checking Overseer really quick. Looks like another Stampeder was found. A Firelight Falchion has been found. Another Stampeder. A couple titles were earned. More Stampeders. Interesting, interesting, interesting. You're going to have to sell this gold one to help you out so you can get a little bit. You want to go for the legendary tool? What tool do you want to get? People are saying that they anticipate gold. Anticipate gold. The gold prices for these tools to be going down. You're almost at. Oh, nice. Yeah, good call on the mining, bro. That was my first major. I mean, as Yoko can tell, that's my major level 2. I think it's especially for new players. I think it's really interesting going for mining, because in terms of like high level miners, like compared to all the other skills, high level miners are in short supply. Which means if you're able to get the hold of those gathering items, you can definitely have a chance of moving them for higher prices than some of the other ones. Guys, we got a big spawn here. These guys just won't stop coming. Did someone say legendary? Legendary. Oh man, now I need to like just spam How I Met Your Mother gifs in on your Twitter. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Are you still streaming? Are you gonna be streaming in a little bit? I gotta pass the stream off to somebody. Okay, that opened the path. You know, the other thing to keep Breezy streaming, I feel you. You shearing sheep. doing a little bit. Valicy. Oh, Valicy.
Yo.
How you doing, my man?
Did you get the scissors as a drop, or did you bring them in with you?
Oh, I brought them in. Oh, you're right. I have scissors on me.
Yeah. That's like
are you shearing scissors? I was like, wait, what? I was like, you're right. I do have this. It's because I was doing Wastelands.
Oh, okay.
I was doing Wastelands and I just switched it up.
Alright, that's funny.
That is funny because I had no freaking clue, bro.
Definitely don't want to die in there.
No, definitely don't want to die in Mount Olkept with scissors on hand.
And your phone break.
No.
Fun day.
Yeah, bro. It's just like so many things have changed with the patch. Like I'm still like going through my old habits, right?
Yeah. So like.
And I'm like, oh, whenever I was gonna go do this, I always have these two, and then I don't know.
I guess yeah, you just don't have to go back.
Nah, just drop them off in the stash. Actually, this is gonna be my last run, so as long as I don't die here, knock on wood.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna lay down for a bit and then I'll get on and do some streaming.
Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. I'll hit you up for sure. I'm gonna go get some dinner also.
Okay. No, that's what I need to do right now. I need to make something neat.
Yeah, for sure. Catch you later, my friend.
Oh, you're out? Okay. Alright, yeah. I'll see you later.
Peace. I'm just gonna wrap up the stream and then sign off. But I'll hit you up in a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, guys, I think we had a decent stream. I'm trying to recall here on what the best items we hit were. I know we hit a Spectral Soul Shard at least. We hit at least 2 of them. We got level 70 mining. That was probably the highlight of the stream. We opened up a whole bunch of bounty chests earlier, and some nests, mysterious nests. Didn't really get much out of that. Got a couple of rare items. Nothing too crazy. But overall, I would say we definitely got a feel for the patch, even though we didn't really get to try out all the dungeons. I know some people were saying that there is a sweet spot that has, in terms of like gameplay and difficulty. I think they were saying it was Sands, right? That was like the sweet spot? No, maybe not Sands. It was Jungle? The Jungle map? So I'm interested in trying that out. Maybe I'll specifically look for a bounty that I can accomplish here in a little bit that requires me going into jungle, so I can go test that map out a little bit. I think it'll be fun. Also I need to redo some of the like starting dungeons from yesterday, because I literally did the starter dungeons yesterday, so it would be a good little comparison here. Where are these guys from? I don't see them. Oh, must curve around. Because I was like, I could have swore I came from that direction. Another lock-in room. You know, I think Aaron had mentioned that the spawn rate was faster, but I'm not really seeing that. I just used an energy hit on these little guys. I didn't even get to check in on the cryptocurrency market on this stream. Let me take a quick peek. Bitcoin's at 3,500, 3,200. Enjin's climbing back up to $1.10. Oh, we got a Sorella. I think this is the first Sorella I fought. She does 200. Yeah, look at that. She did, on average, 200 per swipe. So that can add up pretty quick because her swipe attacks are very fast. So then that means that her like that orb that she shoots is probably like a 300 plus attack. No, I got another one. It's just she was in the bottom of pits. That's what it was. She in the bottom of the pit, and I was just able to shoot arrows at her and take her out pretty easy. I thought this dungeon was over already, but apparently not. I still haven't figured out what my typical time run on Mount Okap is yet. Because the last one I did felt like it went way faster than I expected. Then again, I'm also playing with pruning scissors in my inventory, so I can understand if I'm not fully paying attention. Pruning sheep, freaking fallacy. I was like, what's he talking about? I thought at first he was talking about what's it called? A RuneScape joke. Cliff did meet one of his goals to eliminate 2 to 5 minutes of dungeon runs. Interesting, 2 to 5 minutes. So then it's probably like, yeah. I think a place can exist for a 20, 30, 40 minute run. I think you know there could be a dungeon there that requires that. It's a little much asking for players to go past 40 minutes. Would you say 40 minutes is pushing it too far? Your runs are in between 8 to 12 minutes. Okay, I get you. Yeah, I don't know. If it's going past 40 minutes, then we're talking about like a Dota match, and if and those are commitments. I mean, then again, when you play, you can play 3 or 4 games at a time, right? So you can do three or 4 dungeons at a time. But also, it's kind of hard because if you're gonna you know, if different maps have different resources, the idea, you know, if you get locked into one dungeon, that would suck. Especially with these bounties, like if you need one more to be able to complete them, and then you have to do another 40 minutes, another 30 minutes, 20 minutes just to complete for one enemy, that would be a little rough. That would get me a little. That would make me a little sad. We don't need you. I don't know how these spellbinding powders are still going for 700 plus gold. Who the heck is buying them at 700 plus gold? I mean, and the price has been that way for like, what, weeks now? You would assume they've accumulated enough unless the entire market has FOMO'd. Oh shoot, am I really out of everything? How did I make it this far in Mount Elkept? Oh, okay, this is the last. One more room and we're out. One more room and we're out. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is going to have to call it for me tonight. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Look forward to seeing you all in the future. For right now, that's going to be it for me.